Hello, I'm Terry Mahaney, the creator of the Change Your Mind Super Sleep program. And if you've seen my talk on super sleep in your brain, you understand about your theta brainwave state and how the limiting and self-sabotaging messages can be in there and how we have to go back into theta to change them. But right now, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about a subject that we all talk about or think about or worry about or have a lot of energy in, as we say, money. Money, that thing that is the medium of exchange that can cause a lot of us sleepless nights. And I'll start with a story about myself. When I first discovered the Change Your Mind Super Sleep program, and I realized it worked, I thought, oh, I've got to write a script for myself for what I want. And of course it was more money. Who doesn't want more money? So I wrote a script that I would make $100,000 that year. I promptly went to work. I worked hard. I worked very, very hard that year. And at the end of the year, indeed, my income had increased. My CPA did my taxes, and guess what? I had more gross income, but I also had less net income. What that means is I had worked very, very hard to make more money, and I had kept less. And I went, ooh, there's something wrong here. And that started me on about a 20-year search for what are money messages? How did I mess myself up with that? And I found I had a message that said, you have to work hard for your money. So I had just kept working harder and harder, but I wasn't making any more money. Needless to say, I have taken care of that message. Okay, and I hope I've taken care of a lot of other messages as well. My new message is, I give myself permission to be paid for having fun and enjoying myself. Isn't that a nice one? Wouldn't you like to truly believe that? Wouldn't you like to have that in your theta and let that be a guiding principle for your life? I like it. We all have money issues. Money stands for something in all of our lives, success or status or love or freedom or limitation, but we all have money issues. Many of those issues come from our materialistic society. Some of them may come from our family or from our religion or who knows, but they're all in there. And we all have these messages. People with a lack of money can have messages like, I don't deserve money. I'm not talented enough to make a lot of money. I'm not smart enough to make a lot of money. While people with a surplus of money can have messages like, I'm special and important because I have money. I should be happy because I have money. People should treat me differently because I have money. So let's talk about how I addressed all of these issues in the Money series. There are 6 CDs in the Money series. Open to Wealth, Heal Your Money Wounds, Achieve Right Livelihood, Invest Profitably, Give Purposefully, and Manage Your Money Flow. So there are 180 statements on each of those CDs for a total of 1,080 statements to reprogram your theta about money. So let's briefly review each CD. Open to Wealth. Isn't that nice to talk about wealth instead of just money? Doesn't that just kind of change the way your brain thinks when you just use that word? What a nice shift. I define wealth as having money and an enjoyable career and a good life, not just putting more zeros after what I'm making. After all, what's one without the other? How good is it to have money if you hate your job? That's not what I call prosperous. So all of that is addressed in this Open to Wealth CD. We have to feel we deserve it so we can create it and maintain it. Okay? Then there's Heal Money Wounds. Wow, is that a big one? It starts with, I love this statement, money is my friend and I have a healthy relationship with it. Most of us don't have a healthy relationship with money. We don't have enough of it, or we hoard it, or we overspend, or we spend unwisely, or we don't invest for our future, but we just don't have a really healthy relationship. We may be following our family patterns without even thinking about it and thinking about how we're doing it. This CD covers poverty and scarcity and affluence. So it deals with having a lack of money, and it deals with having a surplus of money and all the issues in between. It's a must CD to clear out all those old money messages and get you started on a new path to ease and flow. Then there's the CD Achieve Right Livelihood. Do you work for money, and if you had a choice you wouldn't have this job? Then that's what I would consider not your right livelihood. Do you feel stuck in a job? You feel like you'll never have your own business if you want one, or never be in a career you enjoy? This CD covers working, job hunting, choosing and changing careers. Very few of us will stay in one career for a lifetime. Personally, I've had 18 different careers and I've learned a lot. My most fun career as a whitewater guide, I earned the least. My most prosperous career as a gubernatorial appointee at the statewide level, I had the most stress. Where was my prosperity? My favorite statement from this CD is, I get the perfect job in the perfect way. I do the perfect things for the perfect pay. Ah, isn't that nice? Then there's invest profitably. What good is it to make it if you put it in poor investments and you lose it? And certainly with these tumultuous times we're having in America today, this is a real possibility. So are you confused about investments and retirement programs, or maybe you don't think you're smart enough or don't know enough to do that for yourself? This CD will guide you to make the right investments for you. And I want to tell you a story. I had a customer, she was 80 years old. She had never handled money, she didn't understand stocks, bonds, she didn't know anything. But she did this series and she took the money she had, she got a financial planner, she got everything taken care of. Well, several years ago, she just called her financial planner and said, sell all my stock. And the financial planner said, are you sick? Have you had a stroke? What's happening? You know, she thought she was going crazy. She said, sell all my stock. The financial advisor tried to talk out of it, but she held firm and she would not stop until they sold all of her stock. And you probably know the end of this story. 6 months later was when our stock market just went, and she was one of the few people in America who did not lose 1 penny on her investments. Boy, isn't that a great statement? Isn't that a great story for all of us? Then there's one called Give Purposefully. Research shows that the people who share, give, and are generous and volunteer have healthier lives. And this CD addresses those issues. Give Purposely is about the principle of sharing, of charity or giving or tithing or whatever you want to call it. And it can help you get clear on what's important to you. You can create a plan on who you want to share with, when you want to share with them, how much you want to share, and then you follow your plan. And the last one, the CD I want to spend a little more time on, is Manage Your Money Flow. Whoa! It covers having financial goals, budgeting, spending, debt, and managing money flow. Do you know people who live very well on less money, and some other people who don't live very well at all on a lot of money because they never know where it's going and they feel like they're spending it on the wrong things and they're not spending it on things that make them happy? This is the CD to correct that kind of behavior. Do you feel out of control of your spending? Do you wonder where your money goes? Do emergencies always catch you off guard without any reserve to handle them? Managing your money is your path to financial independence and freedom. You can forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Leave them in the past. Dump that theta stuff and move on right here. Budgeting helps us be in control of ourselves and our money. To be successful, you have to know what's coming in, you have to know what's going out, you have to know where it's going. That is not hard. It's very simple. You can use a very simple system that works for you, controlling your inflow and outflow of money. So these are the 6 CDs in the Money series. 1,080 statements. Whoa. So now I'd like you to experience a few of those statements. Take a moment. Get relaxed. If you'd like to, close your eyes. Here we go. Money is my friend, and I have a healthy relationship with it. Money flows through my life in a constant, consistent, supportive supply. I release and forgive myself for overspending and being in debt. I use a simple method of tracking my income and spending that fits me and my lifestyle. My income exceeds my expenses, and I accelerate my payments to become debt-free. I educate myself to be an efficient, effective, and profitable investor. I create a rich life for myself, and I use my money in unique, powerful, and expansive ways. Do you think these statements And 1,070 more statements like them might help you improve your money life, might help you become a friend with money, have a healthy relationship with money. I do, because it's helped me and it's helped a lot of my customers. Join me in cleaning out that theta closet of the old stuff. Bring in some new stuff so you can get on down the path to your good life. I'm Terry Mahaney. Thank you for watching.